to get into this field, I think you have to be really passionate about what you do, because it can be really tough. You do get those cases where you've got someone where you just unfortunately can't help them. You know, immigration law is quite prescriptive. You either meet the criteria or you don't meet the criteria in a lot of cases. So it can be really challenging from that perspective. You get those cases every so often where it's just been a really tough battle for somebody, and it's so rewarding when you finally get the visa approved. You definitely have that human element to it. So, you know, as tried as it sounds, like I still feel like I'm really genuinely helping someone, you know, even after 20 plus years doing this. I still get really excited when I get a visa approval and I get to call them and tell them, and it's the best. For me, it was about, I think, differentiating myself within the marketplace, and I sort of recognised that being an accredited specialist really, you know, it sent that signal to the market that you're an expert in your field. And I think the sort of brand recognition that Accredited Specialist accreditation has was really something that I recognised and was really important to me. And I think secondly, I really wanted to have a bit of a challenge. I've been practicing for about 10 years by that time, and I felt like it's time for me to try something that really pushed me, and it definitely did. Immigration law is a pretty broad area, so you can't really be an expert in everything, right? So I think I definitely found out a lot of things that I thought I knew the answer to, but I didn't really know the answer to. So I actually learned a lot of things. I had a few light bulb moments. I was like, oh, that's how it all kind of works together. So yeah, I actually did learn a lot as part of, in terms of broadening my knowledge undergoing the accreditation program. Well, definitely the brand recognition that you are an expert in your field. And I think as an accredited specialist, when I'm going to refer a client to another lawyer in a different specialisation, I immediately look up those that are accredited specialists, because I know that they're the experts in their field. So it's definitely, you know, one of the benefits of being accredited, I think, is that you are part of this cohort that are really recognised as experts in your field. Definitely to leave yourself enough time to prepare. Some of the assessments, particularly if you've got a take-home assessment, there might be that temptation to say, look, you'll be able to do it over the weekend. You definitely can't. You've got to leave enough time to do it. But I think the other second part, which really helped me, was to really lean on your study group. For me, I have a particular area within immigration law that I predominantly practice in, which is skilled migration and family migration. At the time, I wasn't doing a lot of refugee and humanitarian law, so I was really lucky that someone in my study group was doing a lot of that work, and I really lent on them to help me sort of build up my knowledge around that area. I'm also really fortunate to sit on the Specialist Accreditation Committee, and that's why I've been able to really bolster those relationships as well. I consider myself really to have really deep expertise in corporate migration, in skilled migration, but it's great to have like-minded people that you can just call upon. And you know that you've got a really curly question where perhaps you don't practice in that particular area of immigration law, that you've got somebody else that you can draw upon their experience as well.